Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, right after independence, when we started our journey for the socio-economic retransformation, education was recognized as the first step towards that emancipation. Apart from focusing at school education, we had a deliberate stress upon the importance of science and technology to bring about a total regeneration. The initiatives taken by the first Prime Minister of the country, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, inviting Dr. Bhabha to initiate the Atomic Energy Commission and Dr. Vikram Sarabhai to organize the space research, and the country has reached its dividend just a couple of days back. India launched the second lunar mission. As a response to the second five-year plan, a large number of self-financing institutions and private and corporate sectors came forward to establish engineering colleges and various technical other subjects. The role of these institutions made it necessary for them to redefine their goals in terms of the quality of that education they imparted. These institutions, the IITs, IISc, NITs, and AIIMS, were supposed to be the crucibles that produced life fuel for the sacred fires of the temples of modern India. After a long journey since then, today we are ready witnessing the age of science and technology. There is a huge demand for professional and technical education, and in every sphere of our life, the influence of science and technology is becoming so pervasive that human existence is simply inconceivable in its absence. In order to train our students and upcoming professionals in response to the need of the times, our education system again needs to reorient itself as it to give to the students in terms of skilling the necessary practical and technical boost. However, we must understand that the science can only provide the requisite information, and technology can give us the means to achieve effectively and efficiently what is considered valuable and worthwhile. They will only, at the end, be as good as the human being who is using them. It is only worthwhile if it is used for the greatest good of the largest number. What are we witnessing in today's scenario is creation of mediocre technical workforce, and to my mind, the system as well as the selection process is largely to be blamed for these. Our entrance exam patterns are encouraging rote learning. It cannot be denied that we yet have unequal resources and therefore taught selection process that aim mostly at gauging the students' learning abilities is imperative. However, what we end up gauging is of not learning capabilities but memorizing and mugging abilities. The most important tools that technical profession should possess are critical and creative thinking and the real skills with mental tenacity. Selection based on these criteria and their fostering through the academic courses is what will enable them to carve a niche for themselves. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, science and technology is about taking risks and failing. One must take enough time to think, experiment, fail, rework, recalculate, and try again, and one achieve, and unless he achieves a breakthrough. You all know Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Same is the entrepreneurship. You cannot expect to achieve profits in your first startup project. You have to keep applying yourself, keep improving your models, keep accounting for the dynamic environment that you are all in, and then eventually break even and finally make the profits. Therefore, my dear students, achieving education from good institutions like yours should enable you to be risk takers and innovation makers. On IIT Kharagpur's first convocation address on 21st April 1956, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said a few words, and I quote a few from them. This fine moment of Indian IIT Kharagpur today is representing India's urges, India's future in the making. This picture seems to me symbolical of the changes that are coming to India. Unquote. These words still hold good. Changes are coming to India. You are India's future in the making. Each one of you today is a symbol of India's progress and success in the field of technology. And while there are challenges ahead, there are enormous opportunities too. As I said before, science and technology is duly recognized as the vehicle to take India into the front ranks of the nations of the world. We have together to build a large pool of scientific and technically competent manpower to aid our progress. Technology can enable refinement in teaching methodology. It can address the challenges of quantity, quality, accessibility, affordability, and faculty shortage. E-classrooms permit information and knowledge sharing by wider dispersal of lectures, overcoming the distance. As expertise in a particular field is usually scattered, experts should be encouraged to interact for significant gains to accrue to the disciples. Furthermore, innovation is increasingly recognized as the currency of the future. It lends a competitive edge to business and provides solution to effective governance. Therefore, our institutes of higher learning like yours should be the breeders of the technological innovative advantages. I am told from its inception, Techno Indian University has proved itself in areas of collaboration with leading industries to facilitate the industry-centric learning environment for the students and their stakeholders. New age universities like yours are said to be about experimental learning, and I am happy that your industry linkage and collaborations, you are leaving your mark. I am informed that this university also offers many entrepreneurship and skill development programs, which is the nation's need of the hour. It is good that students are exposed to regular activities through hackathons, boot camps, and other innovative programs. There is a dedicated incubation center for startups which promote self-employment opportunities for students after they pass out. Besides this, Techno Indian University has planned to develop a high scalable program over the next 10 years with an objective to achieve skill-based higher education from grassroots level. Upliftment of healthcare and health education and encourage talent. I wish them all success and Godspeed. Listening, dear students, towards the end I wish to speak to you. As you know, I began my career as a teacher, and I always believe once a teacher is always a teacher. So I exhort you to remember the following mandates. You are not defined by your failure. Rather, you are empowered by your failures. Learning is a lifelong process. It does not stop with you getting your degrees. Rather, it starts now since strong foundations have been laid. There is nothing you cannot do if you really want to. Too often, many of us live with more awareness of our limitations than our potential. That has to change. You need to know that you are capable of anything you set your mind to. The only limitations are the ones that you choose to place on yourself. One of the world's greatest humanitarians, Mother Teresa, once observed, and I quote, "We can do not great things, only small things with great love, but this itself is a great thing." Talking too much at one time is a recipe for disaster. So start small. Begin at the beginning and make a great change one step at a time. Last but not the least, you are not alone. Sometimes students carry the weight of the world on themselves. It is easy for them to feel like no one has ever felt that the way they do and never can. Nevertheless, I wish to tell you on behalf of your teachers, peers and parents that empathy and understanding are within arm's reach. All you have to do is to communicate. Do not isolate yourself when you are in any kind of problem. We are always going to be around you, extending our help to you. Before I conclude, I once again thank the Techno-Indian University for launching a scholarship program for two underprivileged, academically brilliant students every year in my name. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.